Morning, everyone. And I'd like to welcome our customers, partners, vendors, and colleagues in the industry for attending the presentation today. I'm really thrilled to be able to kick off the second day of this event, and I see a full house here. I agree with Marcus. EFI is based in Valencia, and we have this little yellow thing in the sky here, and which helps a lot to bring people. And I'm glad everyone is here, and we have a great attendance. So I'd like to talk about the vision of EFI and how we actually connect our vision to a product. And I'll tell the story how we started and where we are today in about 10 minutes or so. And obviously, that vision carries what we believe a DNA for a sustainable future. We carry the vision in our name. EFI, EFI stands for EFI, the founder of the company, EFI Arazi. He founded the company back in the late 80s, and we had him as the visionary of this company for the past 35 years. And you may wonder why we have Apollo 11, the launching here on the first slide. And actually, EFI was one of the folk that helped to develop the footage of these remarkable events of mankind. So back in 1969, when Neil Armstrong set the foot on the moon, right? So he was really focused on the development of photography and computer science back on the late 60s. And, that was where things started. So our DNA started on that, right? So he founded Cytex, which is a company that is still on the market with through acquisitions. And back on the late 80s, that company was actually developed to focus on color management. So one of the first products of that company was to develop a plugin on Photoshop and Aldous PageMaker. For the ones who's been in the industry, I'm sure you've been for a few years, that started to convert RGB images or computer images into printing. And that evolved, and he left and founded EFI, right? And that was on the 90s when he developed a color management software. As you can see on the screen here, the color space. And essentially what he did was enable, through a digital front ends, to make copiers become digital printers. As simple as that, right? And that was what we carried for the past 30 years. Nearly half of the digital production printers that are out there in the market are controlled by Fiery. That was the product that was born through a RIP built in on a front end that enable that to happen. So you fast forward that 25 years, and we're back in 2016, 8 years ago, and this company acquired the outputs, essentially. So we've been driving successfully the many digital production presses out there, companies like Xerox, Canon, etc., many others. And why not have our own output and develop inkjet? So the company grew through acquisitions, starting with ViewTech. We entered on the signage and display market, and also inherited the technology of inks, right? Then that followed with the acquisition of FuturePrint, is where we are, about 40 minutes north from here, nearby Grupo La Plana. And there is where we even call this area the Silicon Valley of Spain, with a lot of companies developing technologies around here. Then we moved into an acquisition of textile printing, a company called Reggiani in Italy, and we started to add images to textile. And lastly, back in Drupal 2016, that was truly the first organic system that we launched, taking, in a brutally simple way, the technology of ViewTech, the inks of ViewTech, the single-pass technology developed by FuturePrint, and Fiery, the color management software. And we created the packaging business for EFI, which is Nozomi, through the brand Nozomi. And that is being fairly successful. We already have about 50 installations in the marketplace, and more to come now as we move into Drupal this year. Those are the markets we serve. We believe we are in the, you have the Internet of Things. We believe we are in the image of things, right? So our value proposition is to virtually decorate any substrate available out there. So when you look at the legacy of the FuturePrint acquisition, there is more than 1,000 single-pass machines installed by EFI. And when you put together with all the single-pass units, we're talking about 1,200 systems out there. So already a lot more than a decade working with single-pass. And our imagery is all over the place, decorating tiles in ceramics, the textile printing, signage and display, and lastly, corrugated. And that's why we are here today. Corrugated, we believe, is a blue ocean. Nearly just 1% of this market has been converted into digital. So we believe there is a huge opportunity for the industry to embark in digital and develop new business models. So when you look at referring to that on the mega trends, you all know that, right? So, but I would like to highlight we all saw the explosion of e-commerce back in the beginning of the pandemic. It's been growing substantially over the years. That is another huge opportunity for digital printing. Obviously, POP, POS applications, the opportunity to do just in time. And I think the most important is being the unboxing experience. So when you look at YouTube, one of the most watched videos, especially in the past years, has been kids or people opening boxes and making videos on YouTube on that. So that opened up a lot of opportunities for this industry to decorate boxes and make those boxes a lot more appealing for consumers. And then we link to what we call OBA. OBA stands for on-box advertising. So there is already a lot of limitations on consumers to do digital advertising, and we believe there is opening up a huge opportunity for decorating those brown boxes out there with advertising, right? And there is a big trend that is starting to happen, and there is some data, I'll talk in a minute about that. And lastly, sustainability. Our inks are odor-free. It's very important for the application, especially in indirect foods. And also the emissions that you have, the carbon footprint you have on digital, it's a lot less than flexo and offset, which is most of the corrugated industries. Either you laminate with offset printing, or you convert on flexo, and that is another big advantage. So this is the portfolio we put together back from 2016 to now. On the left-hand side, you see two presses that are focused on the corrugated market. And they are, I would say, beyond, many people refer to printers or presses. I believe they're really new business models. It's an opportunity to really add more imagery to a market where actually 70% of the converted boxes are printed from 1 to 2 to 3 colors. So add full color or photographic image applications is a huge opportunity. And on the right-hand side is an adjacency of the technology for the applications of signage and display. So most of the big customers on signage and display are either working with shuttle-based or multi-pass devices or offset, and there is an opportunity now to cannibalize both with single pass. Lastly, what the future holds. We believe online shopping will continue to explode. Actually, there is an expectation this year that online shopping is going to grow another 30% versus last year. OBA, on-box advertising, will continue to become more and more important and be integrated on the online shopping experience. And actually, there is a study showing that OBA, or advertisement on boxes, is 4 times more effective than digital media. So another huge opportunity. Of course, we need to work on the economics of that, because obviously a brown box is a lot less expensive to take from A to B, but there is a huge amount of advertising space, if you will, to be decorated and create a new business model on that. And lastly, sustainability. We did studies, and we're going to message that at Drupa. But the comparison of offset and flexo, the traditional analog converting in corrugated, has either between 50 and 70% more global warming potential than digital. So another huge opportunity for the brands. When they convert their boxes into digital, they will be saving 50 to 70% on global warming potential. Okay? So lastly, thank you very much. I would like to tell the story of the DNA we had as a company to, first manage those output outside in the market, the journey we took along the way, and and I'm completely sure that corrugated packaging is a blue ocean, plenty of opportunities to develop new business models. Thank you.